Hey guys, basement breakdown here. This is my last night in Florida. As you can see, I kind of resemble that of a lobster right now, or yeah, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, quite red. But yeah, it's about 11:30 here, and I kind of wanted to get out what my picks would be for this weekend's fight night before I get to bed. So that's kind of what I'll be doing here. All right, so we got Manuel Kape versus Almabayev. Let's start from the bottom of the card. Okay, 2 canceled bouts. We have Charles Johnson versus Ramazbek Tamirov. Charles Johnson's a little older. He's like 34. I believe he's coming off of a loss versus, or a decision win actually. Never mind. He fought Joshua Van, where he won. I remember that fight in July, I believe. And then he fights Sue Marjorie, whatever the hell his name is. And that was Pereira versus Hernandez, Michelle Pereira versus Fluffy. So he won his last fight. As far as Ramzabek, he's a little bit younger. I believe that he fought maybe CJ Vergara, and he beat him by TKOing him, and I think that was his only fight in the UFC. My intuition tells me I'm going to probably go with, Charles Johnson's a little bit older. I feel like Charles Johnson's probably going to win this fight via decision, so I'm going to go with that. We have Andre Lee versus JJ Aldrich. I'm really not going to spend too much time on this fight. Sorry, guys. But if I am a betting man, which I'm not in this situation, I'm going to bet on JJ Aldrich. She is younger. But, yeah, let's just go with that. Next, we have Danny Silva versus Lucas Almeida. I think Danny Silva is probably gonna win this fight. He beat Joshua Culabio back in versus what was it when Tai Tuivasa fought Tybura. And I think that was his only fight in the UFC, so this is his second fight in the UFC. Lucas Almeida is a vet. He won his last fight via decision versus Timothy Kumamba, and before that he got TKO'd by Andre Fili, and then he lost his fight before that. Probably Danny Silva. Next we got Ricardo Ramos versus Kape Mariscal. I kind of really like Kape Mariscal. I kind of want to go with him. I think he's really good. I believe he beat Damon Jackson his last time out, and then Morgan Sharir, I think, or whatever. That was a close decision. Maybe. I don't think it was very close. I think he just won. But yeah, I actually think he should probably win this fight, and I don't know if he's actually favorited. So I think that might be good to bet on, perhaps, maybe. But we'll see. Mario Pinto versus Austin Lane. I think Mario Pinto is probably going to beat the shit out of Austin Lane. I like Austin Lane. I like what he said about his kid when he shouted him out after his win versus the French dude that we got from the PFL that had a very brief stint in the UFC. I think that Mario Pinto is probably going to beat the shit out of him. Austin Lane's only fucking UFC win was against Rebelsis, and then I think he won in the Contender Series. And they've all been losses besides that. So I think it's safe to say that Mario Pinto is probably going to win this fight. He's a lot younger. He's a little bit heavier. He has a slightly less of a reach advantage. But, yeah, all signs point towards Mario Pinto winning this fight. All right, what do we got next? Here's one also I think could be a good bang for your buck. Danny Barlow versus Sam Patterson. I like Sam Patterson because he didn't. I don't know. A lot of these guys fight in Cage Warriors and stuff. And I think he was in Brave FC or something like that. I don't believe he's favored in this fight. But Danny Barlow is undefeated, and who has he beat? Nikolai Vertrina. I think he fought the last fight actually. He fought on the last card. He lost. Josh Quinlan. I mean, like, these guys kind of suck. And if you look at Sam Patterson, I mean, I feel like Sam Patterson might sub him. I feel like there's maybe some good money to be made on that. Yeah, look at this. Submission. I don't know, guys. I think Sam Patterson could be a good pick as an underdog to take for this fight, honestly. It makes sense to me. Next fight also, we got Hyder Emil versus William Gomez. William Gomez is coming off of, I think, a split decision win versus Anderson Brito, which was actually a really good fight. I think he got taken down a couple times, but he kept the distance and he landed more on the feet, which is how he won that. I think William Gomez is likely to get it done. So I'm going to go with him as my pick. Hyder Emil is undefeated. He's like 10-0, but he's a lot older than William. And he fought Lee Jong Young, who's kind of shit. Ferney Garcia, who's kind of shit. And those are his only wins in the UFC. Yeah, I mean, William Gomez also is undefeated in the UFC. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Gomez for this fight. Next, we have Esteban Ribovics versus Nasrat Haqparast. I really like Esteban Ribovics. I remember that crazy KO over Terrence McKinney that he had. His last fight was against Daniel Zellhuber, which was a fucking banger. Yeah, that was a really fun fight to watch. And I think before that was his McKinney win. And yeah. I really like Esteban Ribovics, man. He's pretty sick. He's a really fun fighter to watch. I think Nasrat's been here in the UFC for quite a while. I think he beat Jared Gordon in a close decision. He beat Jamie Malarkey. Who fucking did he beat? It's hard. He's been in the UFC for a while. I think Dan Hooker may have beaten him a while ago. Whatever. This guy's been around for a while. So, it's a good test for Esteban Ribovics. Nasrat's definitely no scrub. I think Esteban's probably going to get it done via decision. So, we'll go with that. Next, we have Cody Brundage versus Julian Marquez. I don't know why Cody Brundage is like getting a co-main event. It really doesn't make any sense. I think he should beat Julian Marquez because Julian Marquez has lost his last two. I think they're giving this to Cody Brundage just to keep him in the UFC probably. He came off of a loss to Bo Nickel, and then he fought, was it Abdul Hassan or whatever? Abdul Razak Al Hassan, yeah, it was a draw, no contest. I remember that. He waited a while to kind of be like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to continue, but in all honesty, he got a lot of shots to the back of the head. I think Cody Brundage will probably take him down and win a decision, perhaps. I don't know if he can really finish him. I haven't really seen him finish too many people. But yeah, I'd probably go with that. Then we got Asu Almabayev versus Manel Kape. This is a tough one. Manel's coming off of a win versus Bruno Silva. And Asu's coming off of a win versus, I think he was supposed to fight Steve Erceg and that got canceled. They beat Mateus Nicolau, who's no longer in the UFC. I don't think he got cut, but he was ranked. And then I think Asu took his ranking spot. And then he beats Jose Johnson, and then he beats CJ Vergara, who just gets walked through by every freaking person in his division. Yeah. Due to the fact that Manel Kape has proven himself to be a very high-level fighter, and they're the same age, and Manel Kape's fought much better competition, I think he's probably going to get it done. But Asu Almabayev, man, he's really good on the feet, too. So it's I'm just trying to see as far as caliber of opponents. Yeah, man, I think I'm going to go with Manel Kape for this one. I think he probably wins a decision. or TKOs him. And I think if he TKOs him, it's going to be in the third round. But yeah, guys, those are my picks for the fight night. Kape versus Almabayev. Should be a good one. I think some stuff that's also rumored is, I think, Renair de Ridder, he just entered the top 15. His last fight was against Kevin Holland, where he subbed him pretty quick. And I think he's now rumored to be the next opponent for Bo Nickel, which would make good sense. I could see that being a good fight. So that could be cool. And yeah, guys, I just wanted to get these kind of some of these picks out before I kind of get to bed. So so I can see how many I get either right or wrong. But thank you for listening. Hope you guys are having a nice weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Basement Breakdown out.